Hey everybody, welcome to Chef Klark here. We're going to make a batch of green chili stew today. All you see is I'm dicing up some potatoes here. I like to make small chunks about like this, very edible. If they're too fat, cut them in half, or too wide, whatever. Spoon size, that's what I like to call them, spoon size, okay? And our first thing is to get about yay many potatoes. This is 3 small potatoes, by the way, okay? We're just going to boil them up right now, and I'm going to take you over, and we're going to be doing various things over at the stove. So stand by for a stove. Okay, we're back. We're not going to stove just yet. I do have the potatoes over there on the boil, okay? But we're going to cut these up. These are just chicken planks you can buy at the store. Our neighbor Cindy gave me a whole bag of them, bless her heart. She gives me a lot of things. But I cook her meals too, so we're kind of even on that. We're going to cut these up just like this. Not much different than the cut on the potatoes. Puppy, you gotta get away from here. This is sharp, all right? And we're just going to cut these up. These were frozen, of course, and I just thawed them. So there's going to be a little ice and stuff on them right now, but it's okay. We're going to put them in our saute pan, which this is a Gotham steel saute pan. I've had it for quite a while. It's all right. It's not as non-stick as they show on TV, that's for sure. They lie on TV a lot, okay? We're just going to go down here and we're going to cut these up. You can also use taco, would you please? You can also use pork and do the same thing here. Cut up your pork the same way. Pork loin, all right? You can use pork butt if you want, but I always use pork loin. Just comes out better. Heck of a chunk of ice on this one. No, you can't get anywhere near this doggy, okay? No, you can't. Anyways, we're going to cut it all up like this. Then we're going to saute these. Get them nice and done. We're going to spice them too. We're going to use some... If you have any green chili powder, use that. You can buy it from eBay, I think. Yeah, that's where I got mine. Green chili powder comes from Hatch, New Mexico. Or we're going to put green chilies in it anyway, but it's cool to spice it that way. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a little bit of garlic salt on these. I guess we'll move the camera over there, huh? There we go. We're going to put garlic salt, probably a little bit of pepper, and a bit of red pepper, which is just, what do you call it? Cayenne pepper, yeah. And doggy. You could put a little paprika in there too if you wanted to, just smoked or otherwise, but toss it around and then we're going to cook it, okay? So we're going to go over to the stove next, and we'll see you in a minute. Okay, we've got our chirping dog here. We're going to put chirping dog on the ground there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spice these up. I better see how we're framed here, huh? We're going to zoom in a little bit for you here. You're too far away. There we go. Okay. So we're going to take a little bit of garlic salt. Chirping dog, would you quit? A little garlic salt. I prefer Lowry's garlic salt. This is Adams, though. And it's okay. It's just not nearly as good as Lowry's is. I'm going to put some black pepper on here, like so. Then we're going to get out the red pepper. Red pepper. We're going to hit it with some red pepper. That gives it a good spice. Nice hot. We're going to give her a little blast of paprika. Not much, just a little. Now, puppy, why are you doing that? Quit. He decided to drag his pee-pee pad out of the bathroom. And we're going to add a little bit of cumin to this as well. Now we're going to get it all mixed up good here. Like so. So all the spices get distributed as good as we can get them. And we're just going to saute these until they're done, pretty much. Which takes a little bit, but not too awful long. So we got our potatoes here ready to boil. Potatoes right here, okay? Potatoes are getting ready to boil. And we're going to saute these until they're done here. Takes a little bit of patience. Yeah, why don't you get up in your bed, doggy? That'd be a great place for you. Try and turn some of these over. You see that are pink on the upside. Set they go downside. We'll fix that in a minute. I'm going to get them kind of going first, though. Then he decides to change implements, and he springs for these. Everyone has to have tongs, okay? It's an order. You can do things with them. And as you can see, very precise. You can flip all these guys over to where they're pink side down, and so you're cooking them evenly. As best you can. We're going to be adding a little bit of water to this in a minute, and that's going to make them all boil done anyway. So, okay, so this is getting real close to done. We're just going to add a splash of water to it here now, and that will help it. That will help it out a little bit. Now that's going to help get the spices entirely distributed really well, and it's going to kind of boil off the things that haven't been boiled yet, or cooked all the way through, will be shortly. Alright, check on our potatoes, they got a long way to go. Now I like to put carrots in my green chili stew too, but I didn't buy any fresh carrots, which I should have, but I didn't, so we're going to let this water boil off all the way before we take this off the heat, okay? So let your water boil off, and then you're pretty well guaranteed that your chicken is quite done. Perfectly, by the way. We'll move on to the next step. Okay, we're going to come back in a little bit here. Okay, and while this part's going on here, and this is optional. I don't usually put these in, but I'm going to tonight. I just throw in some diced onions. Okay? If you want to, you don't have to, but it kind of adds one more level of flavor into the dish. So go ahead and spend the rest of our diced onions there. And we're going to throw them around until they become translucent. They should be done about the same time as the chicken is. So after that water boils off. Yeah, this is a great holiday meal. We always have it at Christmas Eve, always. The tradition in our family, we'd make Klark's New Mexico style chili, which is also on this channel. And we'd make this and we'd serve them both at Christmas Eve. Talk about some good eating. Okay, we're back. Had to get the puppy pad away from the puppy. As you can see, almost all the water is now boiled off of these chicken pieces. And in fact, as I predicted, the onions are now translucent at the same time. Now Puppy is playing with one of hers. I gave her a... No, that's... Puppy, quit that. Bad puppy. That's not the puppy. Okay, I'm back. He just, I rather, drives me nuts, but he's fun. All the people in the stores in Baytown know him by now. Okay, this is now done, okay? Now finished. So that's what you want. Just like that, okay? And no, I didn't measure out how much spices to put in. Notice I just kind of cover the tops of the things loosely with whatever spice. If you gotta measure it out, I don't know. See this? The cook is about to try this and see what it tastes like. Chef Klark is going to give it a shot here. Oh my God, that's good. We're going to slide our potatoes on the good burner. Woo, a little spicy there too. Our red pepper sure stood up and talked to us there for sure. Potatoes are trying to boil. So we're just going to let the chicken sit back there. Right back there. And wait till the next stage. We gotta wait for the potatoes to get done, and then we'll proceed. So we'll see you then. Bye. Okay, our potatoes are done. We're gonna stab them. If they stab real easy, they're done. Anyway, we're gonna stop them from cooking. Cool them down with the water here. We use cold water to cool them down with. Okay. We don't want them to get mushy on us. Okay, so we're going to take these, set them right here for a moment. While we get out a bowl, just like this one, we're going to set these aside. We want to put them in last, okay? Because we don't want them to overcook. We're just going to put them in this bowl just like that. Huh. Perfect. Splash a little cool water in there to help them stay cool, okay? I don't want them to overcook. I don't want them to cook any further than what they have there. That should be nice and hot, huh? Now what we're going to do, or as Emerald would say, what you want to do now is open your chicken broth, okay? You can use any kind of chicken broth you want to here. The cubed kind, or the better than chicken kind, whatever you want. I'm going to use pretty much this whole thing here, which that's 32 ounces worth, okay? 32 ounces worth. That's the net weight of it, okay? We're going to put that over here and let it run. And in the meantime, we're going to make us some roux, okay? You know how to make roux? Well, we're going to make that next right here on the KADJ cooking channel. Hold on. Okay, we're going to make some roux. How we're going to do this is, We're going to take about 3/4, somewhere about, this is about 2/3, I guess, of a stick of butter. We're going to throw it in there, okay? And we put our chicken stock on the back burner, okay? We're going to use this front burner to make our roux with. We're going to let this butter melt down all the way. We're going to turn that flame down a bit on that. Don't want it to scorch. We just want it to melt, so just going to do that over a semi-low flame here, like that. Okay, we'll be back when that gets melted. Okay, now our butter is melted. We're going to start putting in our flour now. This flame's kind of hot here yeah. Okay, we got plenty of flour in there now. So we're going to get rid of the flour. We're going to stir our roux up. Okay, we're cooking our roux, and you want to cook it for a while. You want to get that flour taste out of the roux. The only way we can do that is by cooking it, like we're doing here. I'm going to take this, my face was in the way, and empty this into there. That was just the juice off of our carrots we're going to use. We're going to cook our roux down for a little while to make sure that it's got no flour taste left in it. The longer you cook it, the better, of course, but I usually get impatient at this stage, and I want to see how it's coming along. Still a little bit floury. And you can cook it till it's kind of a darkish tan or whatever if you want to. That's up to you. It's really up to you. Now I'm going to do something that most people don't do, but this is a Chef Klark trick. I'm going to take about half of this roux out of here, okay? There's a reason for that, so I'll see you when I get half of it gone. Okay, we're back. Took half of it out of there. Now what I want to do is I'm going to start ladling in our chicken broth. About 2 ladles per time. And we're going to stir it up really, really good. You don't want to have lumps. No lumps allowed. Okay, no lumping. You only do it 1 spoon at a time. Works even better than 2, but due to my mighty hand here, and we're just going to add it little by little. Just like this. We're going to let it catch a boil here, okay? If it will, I mean. Turn our heat up on it. Going to catch a boil. Okay, we're going to come back when it's boiling. Okay, it's trying to boil now. What we're going to do is we're going to turn that one off now. The back burner, that is. We're going to go ahead and add the rest of our chicken stock in here. Right. A little fast. And we can see how much we got. Plenty. Okay, now we're going to let her start getting to a boil again. Shouldn't be long because both were almost at a boil, so Should be just a few seconds. Now remember, I took out half the roux, right? Half of it. Puppy, stay out of the trash can. You pest. You little pest monster. We're going to wait until it boils again. Be back in a minute. Okay, she's a boiling. Now we're going to add our roux back in that we reserved little by little, okay? Just a little at a time. Because now is when we're going to actually thicken it up to a gravy, a chicken gravy, right? Puppy. So half of our roux was reserved. You gotta stir it up good or you'll get your lumps back. Got a little piece of green chili charcoal in there. That don't matter. Okay, now we're gonna let her come to a full boil. Should thicken up on us something. Okay, we got it thickened up now. It's a nice gravy consistency. If you mess up, you don't get enough roux in this, you can put a little cornstarch and water in there, and that'll thicken it up, okay? So we're going to call that good, alright? Now we got to put all this together and make green chili stew. Oh, what? Get our utensils out of the way. We're going to go back to our pan here, or our pot, as it were. Hey, Roy. We're going to drain our potatoes. We're going to add our potatoes now. And we're going to go ahead and add our carrots. And we're going to go ahead and add our chicken. Okay, chicken, yeah. Then the star of the show. Green chilies. You can buy these at Wally World, okay? And put quite a bit, because that's the star of the show, is green chili, right? Make sure you can get enough of it in there. That should do it. Go ahead and turn off the stove now, because all it is now is just a case of mix. God, that was hot. I think I'll grab an ice cube here. If you ever get burned, grab an ice cube as fast as you can and put it where you burn yourself, okay? And that will take away the burn. Absolutely fixes it. You gotta do it fast though. If you don't do it fast, you might as well forget it. Okay, so nice, thick, rich, hearty green chili stew, just for you. Check it. Yum, that's going to be good. If you don't want it that thick, bring back a little bit of water into it. Or chicken broth, or whatever. I like mine kind of thick. That's what makes it a stew instead of a soup, right? Exactly right. I'm going to just mix this up to make sure the carrots and potatoes are mixed. You just want to kind of fold that stuff back into there. And we'll try a bite. We're going to try a bite of this, okay? put that there for a second. Just to let it cool down. Yeah. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, we're going to grab some more out of the middle here. We want a good bite. It's got some chicken in it. Chicken. Yeah. One element we have not yet added. Yeah. Oh God. Oh my goodness. Goodness, that's good. We're going to add the final element to it now. Corn. Just put the whole can in it like that. We're going to stir it up a little bit, get that corn distributed out throughout there. And in my taste, it was real good, except I noticed it needed one thing. Some more green chili, that's right. I don't want to overdo it because Jilly's got kind of a sensitive stomach, so we're not going to overdo it. I'm going to give the kids and her some of this tomorrow. But I'm going to eat some tonight. Yum, yum. Now that's good eating, folks, right here on the KADJ channel. So there you have Uncle Klark's, KADJ Chef Klark's green chili stew. Okay? This is the chicken version. Like I said, you can use pork just as easy. Works just as well. So there you have it. We'll just dish you up a bowl here. We'll dish you up a bowl. Of course, we ought to use this, huh? And let's use the ladle. That's it. The ladle. Okay, there you go. There you have it. Green chili stew. Okay. Enjoy. And we'll see you next time on the KADJ YouTube network.